is me against the world, but I can give a fuck who my opponent is. Asking why I dropped the YBN, I had no other choices, we ain't own it. And all that janky, I'm not condoning it. With a couple, I got a bone to pick. I'm on some movement, y'all on some moment. But I'll be here forever, y'all can go and quit. We had bad, then a new Bentley, just re-up from that new stimmy. My brother counting them blue Benjis, only feel good when my crew with me. Like, whoa, they tried to question my character. Young Richard Black. We some real don't fit the criteria. Don't like your vibe, not allowed in my area. I entered this game and I came here to change it. Speak my beliefs, now they calling me dangerous. Taking a throne and I'm gonna maintain it. I gotta go down as just one of the greats. So anybody got a problem with me, can't fake kick it. You're politicking, I ain't worried about it. I know God is with me. Your peace of mind is worth $1.50. But last year I made $7 million, didn't have to do.
Okay, 10. So it's crazy. Like, if Lil Me were to see me now in the game, that would be amazing. I actually pay to see that.
If you hop into 2K, are you going to play with your player now that you're in the game?
It's only right, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like,
and maybe you gotta select the Raptors too.
Yeah, exactly. No, for sure the Raptors.
Welcome. Everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Sport. For this NBA presentation. And it's the Ravens to start out. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. They've got Paul George. Mutombo is out there with Garnett. Then it's Harden. And it's Murphy into the wall. I've always wondered this, Brent, for the players. Do they approach these early season games really differently than a game in, say, April?
Yeah, for sure, Kevin. I think you're still not in tip-top shape. You're still trying to figure out any additions to the roster that have been made in the offseason, and you're trying to find your own personal rhythm as to how this season is going to get started. So the approach for sure early on in the season is different than when you get to springtime.
Outside, Kumbo. To Johnson. That one goes in.
Look, he's an MVP performer on the court, but Giannis and that leadership and attitude, he's a team-first guy.
That's to Murphy. And here's Harden over to the left wing. Mutombo passes to Murphy. Shot clock at 6. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
GA, something that's kept Portland from getting over the hump.
Their defensive rating hasn't been pretty for several years. It's a point of emphasis for the Blazers going forward. Shore up the D and try and take that next step.
Johnson can't hit.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
Here's Garnett. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Paul George outworking the defense that time, beating his man and a couple others to the board.
Antetokounmpo, no good. It's been a quick start for Portland. 4-point game. Took the opportunity when he saw it. George has got 5.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Guys are looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
It'll be Vancouver with their first time out of the game here. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with Chauncey Billups for a minute. There's no question this team can shoot the ball. That's the philosophy he's instilled here. The long-range shooters they've got, he wants them to move the ball from one side of the floor to the other, and then take that first open look that's available. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David.
Proving once again that he can flat out do it all. Magic phenomenal at creating off the dribble, this time burning the defense to catching fire. And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Antetokounmpo against Garnett. Giannis kicks to Johnson. Back to Antetokounmpo. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson.
And the insane peripheral vision there. If anyone's open, even for an instant, Magic's gonna find you.
Harden scanning the floor. Pass to Murphy. And here is Mutombo. Down low. Murphy with the ball. And the rejection by Giannis. Iguodala the pass to Johnson. And they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. This is his third free throw attempt of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Ravens, Magic Johnson. One shot.
And Johnson no good on that one. And so George will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in that one. Always a step slow in closing out the shooters and maybe even recognition of who was on the floor. Just not enough energy, and that's a tough way to win on the road.
And how about the recognition by Gobert? I mean, of course, it does help.
That's the end of the first play. With the score,
it can give you a great view of the court.
11.
And that concludes the first quarter of play.
16.
Trailblazers lead by 5. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
Antetokounmpo out there with Iguodala. That's Rudy Gobert. Then it's Magic Johnson. And it's Brown at the shooting guard. And Giannis' journey, GA, so incredibly compelling. A full-length movie made about his and his brother's path to the NBA.
Well, you hear that saying, my life is like a movie. Never truer than for Giannis. It's been an odyssey for the Greek team.
And for the Trailblazers. Mutombo is out there with Garnett. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Harden. And it's Murphy in at the point guard position. And for Vancouver, we've got Brown. Antetokounmpo out there with Rudy Gobert. And there's Iguodala. And it's Johnson at the point.
Giannis just playing right now with a very highly revved motor.
And they've had a tough time scoring in the half court.
Credit the defense for making it hard. They've done a great job of disrupting the timing and spacing of their offense. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Magic
Johnson gets the bucket.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Now the pass to Harden. There's the three. Vancouver pulls it in. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in this game. On the wing, Johnson. The three. Shot clock reset for Vancouver.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
A shot by Harden. Wide open. Mutombo kicks to George. Launches a three. And another shot. Gobert with the block.
And that's
Vancouver foul call. Giannis Antetokounmpo. First personal foul. First team foul.
I like the fact that the defense is
at the line to the
protect the rim at all
Kevin
costs.
Garnett.
And Vancouver with some changes. Chris Middleton's checked in for Iguodala. And Stephen Curry is subbed in for Jaylen Brown.
A big fella with the ability and confidence of the free throw line is something that every team wants. You don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
They play the clock right. They can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Greer. Defended by Gobert. Here's Francis. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And that's what a coach loves to see in a close game. Just put your head down and make something happen.
Puts one up. And the rejection by Giannis.
Portland ball.
And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
Substitution for Portland.
Just timing. When to rise up and swat that one away.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Fires the three. And the last second attempt doesn't go. So that'll be it.
Your Ravens catching the Trailblazers.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Quite the tussle there in the first half, huh? The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. They didn't stop fighting in the second quarter as they maintained most of their first quarter lead and now lead by 3 in the break. What do you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, I love the way they're pushing the tempo, beating the defense down the floor, filling the lanes, finishing with authority, Ernie, getting to the rim and finishing hard.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts. And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
Everyone get loud and put your hands.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You gotta like what Magic Johnson has done in this game.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
On the floor for Portland, we've got Mutombo. Paul George is out there with Garnett. Then it's Harden, and it's Murphy in at the point. And the call is foul. Yes, it is an illegal screen.
First personal
when
foul.
You think of backcourt offenses in general, Greg, how critical is ball and player movement to a team's success?
Kevin, unless you have incredible isolation scores, it's essential. Even then, keeping the defense rotating and reacting is the best way to create open looks and offensive rebound opportunities.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look, great setup for the bucket.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Iguodala against George. Now Murphy. Back to George. 6 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Inside. Got a piece of it. Johnson goes up and lays it nice and easy. Johnson's got 12 in the game.
That's just more for Magic, and for all of his unselfish ways,
if
he wanted to, this guy could probably score like this on a nightly basis.
And the first time out of the game called here for the Trailblazers. Right now, I send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Michael Porter Jr. was a top prospect in his high school class, but his back injury has presented a constant challenge. He says, it changed my perspective. I'm just going to get up every day and try to be better than I was the day before. If I'm giving my best every day, I'm good. Back to you guys.
Well, you hope he stays healthy. Thanks, David.
I mean, the one guy you have to box out. Dikembe so active on the run.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Garnett grabs the board.
Ravens foul.
Garnett's got his
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And the foul
Second
called on
foul.
Antetokounmpo.
First team foul.
That's foul number 2 for
Here's the
him.
lineup for the Trailblazers.
He kicks the hop.
Robinson, Detlef Schrempf, Hal Greer.
Here's Greer. He's guarded by Johnson. Greer passes to George.
Look at me.
Fires from the line. That's short off the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Harden with it. Picked up by Turner. And the basket by Harden.
James Harden.
Harden's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And for Harden, finishing through contact is just part of the job description. He gets bodied up almost every time he takes it inside.
And that was another look at the fantastic mobile one drop that happened a moment ago.
And
Defensive
catching the defense
foul.
flat-footed and taking full advantage. Big bucket there
Team
to
foul.
extend the lead.
The Trailblazers making a switch here, and this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight. And Greg, even with teams daring Giannis to shoot from outside, his career three-point percentage stepped below 30%.
And still an elite scorer because of his proficiency at the rim. But it's been said before, if he adds the triple, he'll be truly unguarded.
Here's Greer. The dish to Garnett. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Conley. Vancouver pulls it in. Johnson inside. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got his 6th assist on the night. And the quarter ends with some stifling defense.
Trailblazers ball. Substitution on the court.
That will count. Misses.
That's the end of the
Still
third quarter.
anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3.
Vancouver Ravens.
Trailblazers
28
lead by 1.
Portland,
And when we return,
29.
look at the 4th quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 4th quarter.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Ravens. They trail by 1. Jaylen Brown out there with Stephen Curry. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Iguodala at the 3. That one wide left. Curry passes to Iguodala. Thomas left side. Outside Curry. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Outside for George. Gets the putdown. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Vancouver
Garnett's
calls
got the
timeout.
4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Portland. Now a timeout called by Vancouver. And with the 4th quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. Pau Gasol, he's checked in for Vancouver. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the head coach of the Ravens had some instructions for his guys during the break. This is a close game, as you know, but he sounded extremely confident. He told the players, don't let up now, fellas. This is when we make our move. Right now. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Passes it to Murphy.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's George.
2 minutes.
To the middle. And the basket by Murphy. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that boost.
And another great look at the 2K drop.
Personal foul.
And putting
First
that
team
pressure
foul.
on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
And what you're taking is on the hustle steps for Portland.
They've been running away from the defense all game. I mean, loads of points here off the fast break, and the opposition just hasn't been able to adjust to that aggressive play style.
And another difference maker that we can point to tonight has been second chance points. They've been in there, they've had active hands, they've been in great position, and they've been smart attacking the offensive glass.
Here's Brown. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And with Brown, it doesn't matter what point in the game it's in. He's ready to shoot whenever and wherever he has the ball in a good spot.
Time call here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're leading by 1. There's 1:26 left to play in the final quarter. And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Kevin Garnett.
And he's had a very good night shooting the basketball. A little over 50% from the field. And a lot of those shots have come against some tight D. That shows the level of his focus and consistency.
This should be easy to predict here, as Curry's accuracy is exceptional, even under pressure.
Second team foul.
So the first one drops. And that brings them within 2.
Stephen Curry. 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line.
Yeah, not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
1:10 left to play here in the fourth. Outside for George. Harden the pass to George. And right on target with the switch. And 7 points for George.
Paul George stepping up big time.
Vancouver timeout.
Now a timeout called by the Ravens. They're behind by 3. And 1:01 left in the game. Giannis, he's checked in for Pau Gasol.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Curry against Murphy. To the inside. Antetokounmpo. Gobert. Money! And that brings them to within just 1.
It's Gobert showing some guts on that one. With that win, a good bet to get off a good look in that crucial moment.
And here's Harden for 3. Offensive rebound. Mutombo kicks to George. Cans the 3.
Paul George.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, guarded by Garnett. Offensive rebound.
Look at the big fella working on that position. Knows how to fend out and get those rebounds.
Personal foul.
The Ravens making a
Second
switch
team
here.
foul.
Johnson's checked in.
Into the lineup for your Vancouver team, Magic
There's
Johnson.
25 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And so they foul intentionally.
Jaylen Brown. First personal foul. Third team
Good on
foul.
the first, and that puts them up by 5.
At the line for the Trailblazers.
What's incredible about Harden, he can dominate a game with the pass as much as the shots. So defensively, you have to prepare for both.
Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall. And he commits the
Vancouver
intentional foul.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. Third personal
Gets the
foul.
first, that makes it a
Fourth team foul.
7-point lead.
At the line.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From deep, Giannis. Mike Conley grabs the miss. Here's Harden. And so it's Portland winning this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win.
We'd like to thank you for coming out and supporting your team. Please drive home safely, and we hope to see you again at the next game.
You have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up.